Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And man, the last couple of days have just been filled with Ripple and XRP news, and today we have another interesting little update. To start it off, Ripple clients Niem and Feeder Bank partner with Visa and PayTo app to set up better payment systems. I think if you are a veteran to this channel, or if you've been holding XRP for a little while, you most likely know that there are these mutual connections basically, which are supposedly going to be one of the main drivers of Ripple's success. What I mean with that is that Ripple on its own has a lot of partners, yet it's about those partners having partners again what makes this ecosystem so broad, specifically when you start to think about, for example, Ripple partnering with a party A, also partnering with a party B, and then party C not being partnered at all, right? As one moment, all of a sudden, party C that all of a sudden came by starts to partner with party A, and eventually also maybe party B. What you get is that even though Ripple has never touched that, there might be a direct connection to go from A to B to C, or I should say differently, to go from A to C to B, right? Hopefully you guys get that one. I'm now like backtracking, thinking if I did the right thing to explain it that way without any visuals, but I would personally say, man, there's a couple ways to kind of see that progress. And the negative side is that majority of these partnerships are just kind of useless in the sense of expansion. But a lot of them, I guess like this one right here, actually have quite a significant purpose. And look at this. Visa partnering up with them. Is that good? Is that bad? Well, a Visa card is actually not that hard to get, and so a partnership with Visa is really different, in my own opinion, than getting a Visa card to work with your specific company. Yet, I guess it's about the gesture, it's about the idea, and it's also about the fact that these partners are partnering up as well. The connections are sitting themselves in place, and I'm excited for it. Now, guys, I'm going to quickly tell you all once more to go join the Bybit competition. A link is down below. You can go check it out. It's pretty cool. 127 people have entered. We are getting close to 9,000 XRP in total rewards. Make sure you read down below here how you have to enter, but it's really simple. Just make sure you have 300 XRP in your trading account. And with trading account, I don't mean your spot, but I mean your derivatives. So if you deposited 300 XRP, it might be that you need to transfer it over to your derivatives wallet first. Make sure you check that. Make sure you check that. Make sure you check that. And then my second question, I guess, is also having to do with Mccaleb himself. I do wonder for two things. Why hasn't he been sued? And second of all, when is this going to freaking stop? Because, I mean, Mccaleb is running out of XRP piece by piece. We all know it. But the lower the XRP volume gets, and right now it's like 20% of the volume a couple of months ago, the longer it keeps taking as well for him to run out of coins. A lot of people say, Dusty, I think you're wrong. I don't think it's going to have any significant impact if he's done selling. Well, I would like to disagree with you, saying, no, I think it's going to have some extremely significant effects, but people can't just really grasp it quite yet because he's been in here for so many years, for so long, and it's hard to think of something good having consequences basically, but something bad not having it. What I mean with that is that the entire time of him selling, I'm telling you guys, no, it doesn't really do anything. But all of a sudden when he's done selling, I tell you, no, it's going to do something. That's like something for nothing. It doesn't really make sense. It is about the fact that this has been a continuous pressure for years, and that is going to be one specific impulse. I'm not sure if the price is going to pump 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, or nothing at all, but I know it's a bullish influx, however. It's bullish, and it's going to change people's mentality and mindset to be a little bit more accepting, happy with XRP. I'm not exactly sure which one of them, but happy. Then John Deaton posted, XRP is not a security, by Congressman Tom Emmer. I actually had this in here to quickly let you guys know once more. It is not only us, the normal folk, that think XRP is not a security. I mean, we saw just now a couple of hours ago, I guess, or whenever I posted it, about how some of the SEC parties think that or some of the people in the SEC think that the SEC themselves didn't give proper fair notice. Another important part, of course, is that it's not only the normal folk, it's also a lot of regulators, a lot of congressmen, a lot of senators, whatever, that actually know or at least expect XRP to just fall within the category of currency, or at least not within the bracket of security. It's going to be a matter of time before it's globally accepted. It's going to take a lot of time maybe, but piece by piece, I think they'll just start to accept it. And maybe more lawsuits will be filed around the world. Who cares? As long as the end result is in vision, basically, which I think it already is, and it will just kind of stay there. It's all good. Then Peter Brand calls Dogecoin pattern double-headed monster, hinting at possible further decline. Now, Peter Brand, Peter Schiff, and a lot of these other guys who are really kind of either very bearish on Bitcoin or very bullish on Bitcoin, but bearish on every altcoin, or just loving everything because it gets them attention. I always ignore these guys because they usually flow with whatever the freaking water flows the best. What I mean with that is whatever happens, they'll make sure that they come out on top by joining the party which has the most amount of interest in it. And Peter Brand is one of those guys which I don't really think has any credibility. He might have been successful and a huge trader. I don't give a crap, all right? I believe that he's called out so many negative things and then so many positive things for XRP. Has it really come true? Debatable, but it's all over the place, man. Unless you're really using his signals or his market insights in any way, shape, or form, then all right, I guess nice for you. If it works, nice. If it doesn't, though, I mean, yeah, what is the purpose of me following this guy and looking at everything he's posting? This strategy would be the safest bet in the Bitcoin market right now. I guess I should also quickly explain my own strategy, which is to just buy my way down. Right now, you can see a little bit of a Bitcoin setup, right? Which is that we have a channel downwards, and we're basically hinting at lower and lower prices every single time, yet not breaking through the most important low of a couple of weeks ago from, let's see here, May 25th. Yeah, let's say about May 25th or so. Now, I'm going to tell you guys that if we hit that level again, depending on the exchange and actually break through, it's going to be some negative time. But also, if we continue on with the pattern that we are going in since like this is June, by the way, not May. Okay. This is on what? This is to USD, by the way, not to USDT. This chart looks a little bit different than my own, by the way. And I'm assuming that there's also, they didn't include it, but there's a couple of low levels as well over in the end of May that I usually like to compare in, because that's some of the lows that I, more so want to talk about. Then again, the pattern still remains kind of the same, that we're going downhill piece by piece by piece by piece. And if we continue on, we're going to keep going down lower and lower and lower. I would say that if we want a strategy to go with, I would say we just kind of keep buying our way down because that's the safest bet, the most logical option. I mean, theoretically speaking, buy the bottom of the channel, or just logically speaking, buying halfway from all-time high. It doesn't really seem like a bad idea in any way, shape, or form, right? And if we just buy our way down, like for example, buy at 33,000, maybe at 26,000, then maybe 21,000, ultimately we will be the winners, right? At least that's my thoughts about it. And then also, guys, I will keep updating you whenever something happens regarding the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. Like, a couple of things came out today. Partially the little understanding between Ripple and the SEC, which in my opinion was really BS, because I've told you guys before why I was neutral on it, right? I was neutral mostly on the basis that if it were good or bad, we'd know pretty quickly. We wouldn't know which of the two it was, but we know it would be good or bad, because Ripple would most likely say, hey, we want to investigate into his document, and the SEC would say, no, we are not going to let you do that. Right now, it is neutral because we didn't get any schedule, we didn't get any disagreements. They said, we agree with each other, we're going to follow this plan of meeting, conferring, we don't need judge interference. Which basically comes to the conclusion, either of these parties who have been really adamant in pursuing their goals is going to have to admit that, they're not going to do the other part, which is either Ripple's going to admit and say, you know what, SEC, we don't really want to investigate his entire speech, we just want some side info. Or the SEC is going to say, well, because of the importance of this entire debacle, we're going to let you interview him, ask what you want. It's important for the future of crypto, so do it. We will close our eyes for this time. It's either. There's no in between, at least not as far as I know now or understand. How can there be an in between when both parties were so adamant in getting the right side? If there was like oh, okay, maybe. No, there wasn't any maybe or no. There was only, we will fight you, Ripple. This is what the SEC said. We will fight you till the bitter freaking end. And the same thing went for Ripple, where they basically at the end of the hearing even jabbed, saying that the SEC has not been so proper in their meeting confers because they've been stalling things, doing things really late, and some documents never even given them. So I didn't expect this conclusion whatsoever. Am I happy with it? Debatable. I mean, it could have been way, way, way worse. And we cannot be sad with it because any news that's not negative is ultimately good. And a lot of speculation has risen now, whatever, that there's a settlement underway or there's settlement talks in the background, which is why they're doing it just on their own. I mean, I'll accept it all. I'll accept it all. You know, whatever happens, we'll see. We'll become victorious at the end of things anyway. At least that's my own verdict on all of it. And I'll just hold to the bitter end. That's smartest thing to do for me. All right, guys, that was for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. You can actually check out my Instagram. Link is down below for that one too. I actually just posted my first in real life video. Right, I have a lot of these memes over there, but this is the first video that I actually took myself. So if you want to see that, I also have my breakfast in my story. If you want to see that, go check it out. Links down below. And check out the Bybit competition. See you guys again in another crypto video soon.